existed. I see before resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We like the Israelites killing pain. We just can't go on this way. So send us another Moses again. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, look around, you'll see the Pharaoh mentality ruling universally. Leaders promoting their ego, being a modern Pharaoh, tyrannies they manifest. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Time to make them oppressors pay. We just can't go on this way. So we children could see their way. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. The poor have to slave night and day for next to nothing pay, so they can't see their way. We don't enjoy equal facility like Pharaoh and company. Brainwashing we say we free. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Time to make them oppressors pay. We just can't go on this way. So the children could see their way. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. Oh Lord, why Lord must we suffer like this? You said that you would take care of the poor, just like you did in Egypt. When Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki pants. We just can't go on this way. We have those modern Pharaohs who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the poor. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way.
Send them with his hands in the air. Send them with his hands in the air. Send them with his hands in the air. Oh, oh. Tell them we happy. Trinidad and Tobago. We happy. Well, well. We happy. We just want the world to know. We happy. Well, well. Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up.
Apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? Lord Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation, grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the 91.9 FM listeners, and of course, those streaming live on WZYU 95.9 FM. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, on 91.9 FM, and of course, we are streaming live on WZYU 95.9 FM in the diaspora. Welcome, welcome to another edition. Yes, an edition where we originate, we don't imitate, in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. So here is our oath pledge.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring in my partner, the one and only, the man himself, Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy, how are you?
Good evening, my brother. And how are you? I'm quite good too.
Yeah, Tommy, today was a splendiferous day. I actually did 5 miles today, Tommy.
Whoa, you really eyeballing that championship, huh?
Boy, I have to up the ante because the other day I did 6 miles. You
Wow.
know, today the 5 mile pace was at about 7 minutes, about 7 minutes and 40 seconds. I wasn't trying to go very fast because I was running on the streets and there was snow out there. So
Yeah, black ice too.
yeah, I was trying to be more just to get in the 5 miles more than anything else. And I was successful in doing that. So again, let me welcome each and every one, all those people that are locked on, listening here to In the Village with yours truly, Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh. Of course, when you come in, folks, share the live, iWat TV on YouTube, the Street 919 FM on Facebook, the Street 919 FM on Instagram, and you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
And also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. And remember
Yeah.
that's a WhatsApp call, so it's free 99. It's free, free, free.
All right. And let me say a special welcome to Caribbean Soul and Bizram, who are also locked on. Tommy, tonight we are not going to get into the debate like we did yesterday with respect to BASDEO Panday and his passing. But, Tommy, I was made aware of a program today, and I want to introduce something into the lexicon of Trinidad and Tobago. And I want people, Tommy, you see on the screen,
At
what is
Hammond,
it? Okay, yes, ad hominem, right? Many of you may not be aware of what ad hominem means, right, Tommy? But I want to introduce that into the lexicon of talk radio in Trinidad and Tobago because I think we have stated, Tommy, that we originate, we don't imitate. And I truly and I know you as well, absolutely believe that.
Correct.
But Tommy, the ad hominem attack on me today by Julia Davy, Tommy, this is why, Tommy, I am warning the PNM, you know. I am warning the PNM. Julia Davy is a runaway loose cannon. I'm warning them, you know, Tommy. I'm warning them because the ad hominem attack. Now, Tommy, I don't mind people attacking us based on the facts that we put forward. For example, based on the facts that we put forward regarding Mr. BASDEO PANDAY and where we quote from the Bible regarding defiling a person who can no longer defend themselves. But the ad hominem attack, Tommy, you know what ad hominem attacks are, right?
Of course. You know, it's really sad that we have persons of that ilk on such a major position, having such a pulpit to spew the diatribe that they do. It's sad.
And Tommy, I'll be honest with you, and I'm in full agreement with you. Today, I wasn't coming here because we said what we said yesterday. Right? And that was done and over with. And today we wanted to talk about solutions to the crime problem in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's right. Because it's out of hand. It's like a runaway freight train.
It's a runaway But Tommy, you know, I just say that is like Julia Davy, a runaway freight train.
Yeah, because it's only 1 week into the new year. And look at the numbers, how they seem to be climbing.
It's climbing. So crime is like a runaway freight train. So we can put Julia Davy in that same category. She's a runaway freight train. And I'm warning the PNM. Julia Davy is going to be the downfall of the PNM come next election. Because them young people, remember? Them people who couldn't vote back in 2010. Right?
They are coming of age.
They are now coming of age. And they're not listening to that diatribe, that ad hominem attacks. Listen, it's very simple. Go after the facts that a person has put on the table. But do not, and I am not going to go in the sub-basement with Julia Davy. I refuse to go in the sub-basement with Julia Davy. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not. But I am sending a warning to the PNM, Prime Minister Rowley. I am sending a warning to you guys. Chairman Stuart Young, you all have a runaway freight train in Julia Davy, and she will be the downfall of the PNM in the next election. I'm warning them, you know. On this day, I've put it out into the universe. Right? And Tommy, I want to find out something. But let me play this for you, Tommy. I don't know if you heard it, but I want the people to hear it because I think this is what it has come to by ad hominem attacks on and listen, my background is Schumacher Club until I grew up. You know, I could deal with this. There's no problem. This is no problem. I could deal with it. But you know what? There's a bigger picture here. There's a bigger picture. A bigger picture. Right? I want you to listen to this, Tommy.
Tell Wall Street today.
Okay.
Your minds stink and dirty.
I don't know where you're going.
Your minds stink and dirty Wall Street for individual. Mr. Ruka, let me tell you something, eh? It takes a lot of energy from an individual. I want you to listen to me carefully now, Mr. Ruka. Listeners and viewers, I want you all to listen to me carefully what I'm saying here. Mr. Ruka, when the day comes, each and every one of us as individuals, we have things to do, right? as a matter of our daily life. So we have our domestic issues to attend to. We have our business issues to attend to.
We are
a lot from a person, you know.
Yeah.
And this is separate from what I just described to you as individuals, what we have to do in our personal, with our personal time, you know. So, to my mind, Wall Street had to be a real stinking, nasty, dirty-minded individual every day to just want to be on a man case. Well, like, man, I had to ask, because you had to like Rowley, and Rowley's a man. You had to like Rowley.
I want to add two other presenters to that, you know, but you go ahead. We could have another two following him down that rabbit hole, you know, and notice the making statement that trips the law of defamation.
Mr. Ruka, listeners and viewers, it would appear that stink mine.
Yeah, look at management. Look, management.
Attacking Pastor Google. Attacking Pastor Google. Attacking.
I thought it was management walking. Where management?
He talk about three people, and he zeroed it down to two for now. But I knew that the other person that he was referring to was Pastor Google. But you see, problem. The man have a jealousy issue with Pastor Google's program, because it is a well listened to program as well. Google runs a very good shift, and he have a problem with this program. So here's stink mine Wall Street and the jealousy. Hear him. Oh, Rowley is responsible for Mr. Ruka and Juliet. And it is Rowley and the PNM that encourage both of us to be calling Kamala's regime an apartheid regime and PANDAY regime an apartheid regime, and said nothing about it. Also of this issue with stink mine Wall Street, I want to close off this by also adding Mr. Ruka. We have no local standard, as it will, in the PNM.
None
we do
whatsoever.
not belong to no party branch. We do not belong to a constituency executive. We don't belong to no general council.
I ain't sure about you.
No, I
Of course,
I'm a
So, Tommy, that is what the politics in Trinidad and Tobago have reached by Julia Davy, the runaway PNM activist. And I am saying that Julia Davy is tied to the hip of Prime Minister Rowley. I make no qualms about that. Because the PNM is the one that's condoning this type of behavior. Yes, I said it. They are tied to the hip. You guys may not remember, but Julia Davy previously was called to the floor by former chairman, God rest his soul, Franklin Khan. They had to call in Julia Davy and tell she, listen, stop it. And she cooled down for a little bit. But she come back now worse than before. That person called Julia Davy, the downfall of the PNM, Prime Minister Rowley, are sending an SOS out to you, you know. Be careful, Prime Minister Rowley, our election coming up. And you see Julia Davy, she will be the downfall of the PNM. Because young people listening, and when they listen to that type of ad hominem attack, you know what they're saying? We don't want no part of that. We don't want no part of that. Who else on the radio just be giving those type of ad hominem attack? Who else? I haven't heard anybody else. Maybe you have heard someone else, Tommy. I haven't heard anyone else.
I ain't even listening.
I know you're not listening, but you see, I have to listen to them. I have to listen to them. And we have to fact check them. You understand? You notice today, Mr. Rustein make no mistake. He make no mistake today, you know. He was, and you want to stay away from maths. He say, boy, I don't watch my maths. Because, you know, people fact staying away from maths now, you know. When we know Daily Cry Baby, he stays away from match totally. Right? So it's two of them. They're staying away from match now. But Tommy, I just wanted to bring that point to the forefront. And when you listen to this ad hominem attack by Julia Davy, and really and truly, and Mr. Rooster, he just along for the ride. You know what I mean? He just along for the ride. What do you have? Who was it? Lone Ranger and Tonto? Is that what it was? Tonto was just the sidekick. Tonto, Lone Ranger, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
It's have bigger fish to fry than dealing with them.
No, I agree to have bigger fish to fry. I wholeheartedly agree. But you see, we have to call these things out. We have to call it out. And you just spend a little time on it because it's important. And I think, in my estimation, Julia Davy is going to be the downfall of the PNM in the upcoming election. I've said it. Julia Davy is going to be the downfall of the PNM in the upcoming election, whether they have it in 2024 or in 2025. People are not forgetting these things, you know. They're not forgetting, you know. They're not forgetting. And it's sad. It's very sad. You know. And as explainers say, we can't go on this way.
No.
We cannot. We cannot go on this way. And that's the same person who said the best PNM is a dead PNM. All you remember that? All you remember? If all you remember, I go play it for all you. Just if all you don't remember. She's a loose cannon waiting to explode. Well, she exploded today, you know. She exploded. Bombs, boy. She pelting all kind of bombs. She pelting bombs in Gaza from Trinidad and Tobago. Bombs from Gaza. Bombs all the way up in Gaza from Trinidad and Tobago. Bombs up in New Jersey, boy. Bombs she pelting. Oh, God, Tommy. She pelted all kind of bombs today. But, folks, we're going to go for a quick station break. Of course, it's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZY 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
Cheetah.
Hello. Let's start the road march conversation.
Mashing up is my business, better, much more.
That is why all the inches I'm playing fast for sure.
Some people they saying they're ready to misbehave.
Some people are saying they're ready to cross the stage.
Show me your hand if you're in the band, and you is a fan. Let's mash up the land. Show me your hand if you're in the band. On my command. Everybody drip. Everybody drip.
So the soca drip. Everybody drip.
All your drip down so.
All your drip up so.
Sunday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Let's talk politics on a Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Sunday Talk. Come on, people. This is a balanced program. Share the love.
So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with Dat Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud.
Wow.
Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Listen up. Share the life. I want everybody to share the life. Downtown Posse, I feel share the life. Uptown Posse, I feel share the life. Share the life. Share the life. Everybody just share the life. Tobago, share the life. This is the Agua Splash. Well, this is the Agua Splash. Well. Que te salpique el agua. Splash, so that we make a splash. Well. Jump up in the agua. The agua. Wind up in the agua. The agua. Jump up in the agua. The agua. Wind up in the agua. Well, Mamacita.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZY 95.9 FM in the diaspora. Tommy, we
Yes.
wanted to talk about. Oh, Tommy, I wanted to play that video again by Jeff Bezos. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Oh, welcome, come. You hear the hate in all voice. Oh, God.
Hate for what?
You hear the hate. All on Caribbean soul. Oh, God. The Bible said, thou shalt not bear false witness against the neighbor. God.
PNM Jama.
Oh,
PNM Jama.
God, Father.
PNM Jama. PNM Jama. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, I listen. I listen.
What is the hate? The hate for what? For who? For what?
You hear the venom in all the voice. God.
Venom.
Why? God, boy.
What venom?
God, that man upstairs, he go judge Aleno.
But all right, PNM Jama. PNM Jama. Everybody have to be judged, you know. It's not just I or Tommy. Everybody have to be judged, you know.
Well, I want to know what venom that I'm spewing.
I don't know what venom I'm spewing. Tommy, the video that we just played with the ad hominem attacks, what did that sound like to you?
If anybody wants to make a judgment, it would be that.
But I wonder if PNM Jama made a judgment on that. What about that venom there, PNM Jama? And PNM Jama is a good one, though. PNM Jama is a good one. She's a good one. And just now, Tommy, and I want to reiterate again, I want to call on the government to give, well, not give it, because she deserves it, a cultural award to Swanky Gemma. A cultural award to Swanky Gemma, one of the most renowned female DJs in the world, not just Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, in the world. I hope I didn't say that with any venom, PNM Gemma. Go ahead, Tommy.
Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, we broadcast with an even temperament, not anything that could be considered venomous or even aggressive. At times, you, Wall Street, may get a little loud, but
I met Chumacanian coming out in me.
But you are trying to impress upon the audience your true feelings, which
my passion. I put it up.
Yes, your passion.
Yeah. But Tommy, did you hear us come back with any venom after that ad hominem attacks that we just played? We didn't come back with no venom. We left it alone. We left it alone. We could have come back and say A, B, C. No, we didn't.
As for me, I wouldn't waste too much of my time talking about those individuals, but I would focus on things that items that needs immediate addressing and correction
go ahead, Tommy.
In society, some societal issues that needs to be addressed, because it's only 8 days in the new year and the amount of murders are stunning.
But you know, Tommy, you know, if we address that, you know what they're going to say, right?
It doesn't matter what they say. We're talking about the truth, and and we have to deal with truth to power, regardless of who it affects or who may feel that as though it's negative towards them, it matters not. All we care about is society. All I care about is society and making a better life for all those who have to continue living in that space.
But Tommy, as you said that, I heard today, I stand to be corrected, that they're going to spend 60 something million on widening a highway somewhere down south. 60 something million. Wouldn't that money be better spent on trying to reduce the amount of black people living below the poverty line? The amount of 18% unemployed black people? The amount of black students scoring below 50% in the SCA? When that 60 million be well spent there, as opposed to going and do a one-day highway, extending a highway?
So let's hope with the extension of the highway that it will create more employment for some of those who are having a warm time trying to make the ends meet at this juncture.
What Tommy? What you say?
So let's hope some of that money spills into the hands of those who need it most.
Nah, Tommy. Contract to build a highway, a one lane in Trinidad and Tobago, go spill over to those who want it the most? Or you talking about making the rich richer to help the poor? Is that what you're talking about?
You think that's going to happen?
No, but you say spill over. If you help make the rich richer, it go spill over to the poor. Is that, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page. Is that
maybe it's wishful thinking that whatever money they're spending is gonna somehow wind up in the hands of those who need?
I caller, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy.
Good night. How are you? Where you calling us from?
From Florida.
Hey, how you going, man? Welcome.
Good. How you guys today? Day was today. And also good night, everybody on the chat and the live.
Yeah, we splendid first.
Mr. Anselm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I thought I wasn't here there. Yeah, so Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy, I went back and looked back at some of the old videos from 91 The Streets. And I have a clear conscience because that program that the lady and the man be on is the same set of people who be calling and the same set of people be on the chat. So nobody knew not coming on, so they're irrelevant. So because if you have a talk show program and you can't get new people and you only have the same set of people over and over and the same set of people calling and the same set of people seeing you and allocated things, then they're irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to bother with them no more. So Mr. Hansen and Mr. Tommy, the thing is what everybody in Trinidad and Tobago problem is they accept everything.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
Right?
Yep. Everything.
They accept everything without questioning. You know, so the government make them feel not competent enough to ask questions. They just take it that rhetoric and they go with it.
Caller, you are so correct. For example, caller, the Minister of Finance told them that property tax is 2.7%. You know, they lock that up, they lock it up, lock, stock, and barrel, you know. They take that, you know. They take it, you know, and they eat it, they drink it. Boy, they went and fly kite with it too, you know. They make some 2.7% kite. If you see.
Mr. Anselm, I saw you and Mr. I saw you and Mr. Tommy broke it down for them. And they still accept it.
They still accept it. You know, you could tell them the sky pink. And if it comes from Prime Minister Rowley, you will hear them regurgitate, boy, you know the sky pink. But listen to this. It has some of them just tell you between 2010 Kamala Prasad Besesa run an apartheid regime. And between 1995 to 2001, Lord rest his soul, BASDEO Panday ran an apartheid regime. And them come now with the herd mentality, the herd mentality. And I want all you to stay tuned. I'm going to play a video for you guys by Jeff Bezos. A gazillionaire, right? A gazillionaire. And only go listen to what you have to say. But yes, them regurgitating that now over and over, like they don't think for themselves.
No, but Mr. Hanson, and before I go, because I want to listen to that video again. Before I go, I want to say again.
Yeah.
For two things. When they had the windfall show and the war in Ukraine, where that money went, it never trickled down to the citizens. So they use the same thing with the $2 billion I heard again, NGC. It's destruction, Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy. It's a destruction. Let me tell you something. What they're doing is they're trying to distract the population from asking the serious question. Why the money not trickling along to us? We're there.
But
so they will talk about UNC and they will continue talking about UNC because a lot of these PNM sycophants, may I see it like that, they like bacchanal talk.
But Kola, the thing about it is this, right? I don't understand. A government haven't been in power for 9 years and you still talking about them? 9 years and almost a decade, you know, and you still blaming them.
Yeah,
you're going back to 1995, you know. Them real good, you know.
But Mr. Hansen, if you have a new prime minister running the PNM for 9 years, and you have nothing to show for that 9 years, the prosperity to make life for the citizen easier, they will only try to do the narrative to blame the UNC because that is the only rhetoric and the only narrative they have because they cannot. Mr. Hansen and Mr. Tommy, I have for that show all of us talk about the man and woman talking. Please do a week show with what the PNM accomplished in 9 years. And it could do a mini explanation of what they do and do 1 week at PNM, what they do to improve the life of the citizens in 9 years. And let me see if they could do a show for a week with that.
No.
Mr. Hansen,
yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Tommy, you have a good night. And
yeah, all right. COP, I saw your call. Miss call. Call back. Yeah, you know, Tommy, the caller is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
I want them. Hold on, let me take this one. COP, welcome.
Good night to you, Wall Street.
Good night to you, man.
And good night to you, Uncle Tony. And the brother from Florida, they take 10 out of 10. Kinsey, good night to you. Listen, the radio boy. What wrong with you? We hear anybody at all?
Yeah,
KFC, good night.
I don't see what going on with Kingsley Wi-Fi. I don't send him.
What happened? Uncle Tony not missing Kingsley. Uncle Tony, you can call out and say what happened to Kingsley. Make sure Kingsley call it. I feel if Uncle Tony, I feel he want me showing off. Uncle Tony maybe had to call him out. I feel he might be waiting for Uncle Tony to call him out. Uncle Tony, don't be bashful, and don't be shy. You can call him out. Nothing wrong with that.
I will call him out. I will call him. Kingsley, you're missing in action.
The highway. Uncle Tony saying something there?
Go ahead. You say you go call out Kingsley when you have. Yeah, go ahead.
You know that piece of work that the Minister of Works runs and doing on the highway there. That is not a piece of work that needed in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. You know. That is a business opportunity. That is an opportunity to give friends and family millions of dollars. Look, I watching the news tonight. The St. Rose school in Port of Spain over there. 175 children sitting on the ground outside because they don't have no place for them, the classroom and things like that. And many of the schools, the primary schools in Port of Spain, we seen that same thing happening. It had double shift children them in a little community center because the school dilapidated. You don't think that money can go towards the development of these schools and them in them areas and them.
Correct.
Why it is in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, a black government tell themselves they should develop all the East Indian areas and put in all the nice roads and infrastructures and proper schools and health centers and community centers and football fields and all the facilities for the children in them areas and them to develop and reach pinnacles in life. And not doing that in the areas where the mothers and fathers voted for the People's National Movement and the black government. Why? Why they're not doing those things? Why when I speak about them things, I racist? Why it is we don't show equilibrium and assist the black community? If the black community get 50% what they're giving the East Indian community, equilibrium will prevail, education will prevail, development will prevail, opportunities will prevail. Why it is the mothers and fathers that call in the radio station and talk shows at this radio station cannot ask for those facilities in their area, in them electoral district?
But COP.
How sad it is.
Yes, COP.
Yeah.
As you said about the education, right? 100 scholarships awarded for CAPE 2023. And I'm just proving your point. 70-something% of the kids of Indian descent.
Well, I wanted to ask you to watch the picture. And I wonder if the Juju Love show watch the picture. I wonder if the Google show watch that photo. I wonder if these people in them watch that photo and see which part the pinnacles reach. Who achieved the pinnacles in life? Because like they're not doing that. They're just watching the political party and denying the future of this country. That is how I see it, Uncle Tony. It is so sad. It is so sad to see a black government from 1956 and an East Indian government run for 5 years. And in that from 1956, you see all the East Indian community development develop under that same black government. Penal, Debe, Woodland, Barako, Shogunas didn't develop under PANDAY. They get opportunities, but the 50-something and 70 years of the PLM is them was in office. Them give them the opportunity and them develop the area. To say well, all right, we're not racial. All right, I can understand that. To say we're not racial. But show appreciation for the ones that vote for you and keep you there for all the years now. Show appreciation for the ones that keep you there for all the years. Don't have the community. Wall Street, when last you've been to Don Diego Martin, Carnage area?
I haven't been there a while.
When I go in down these areas, all I see is rusty galvanized. When I reach from the Beatam, going up to Port of Spain, all I see is rusty galvanized. Today, many of those primary schools and them in them community has sewer system still. Suspect. The sewer suspect. And they would not fix it. It will be leaking for months and for years. The whole of the Eastern Main Road in 2023 for 9 months had features on the whole road. The whole of Duncan Street. And these people them call the radio station for all this time and never highlight the problem that the community face.
Nah, them don't want to deal with that. COP, we gotta go for the break.
If the elders and them can face that
yeah,
and live with that, it will be very hard for the future generation to develop.
Yeah, we gotta go for the break. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, bless.
Thank you, COP.
Thank you, COP. Tommy, it's real, no? It's real, no, Tommy? Tommy, listen to it. The CAPE 100 scholarship awarded for CAPE 2023. 100 scholarships. 70-something% are kids of Indian descent. And they only want to call you radio station and you want to have a program just... Anyway, let's go for the break. Folks, it's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Walshid and Uncle Tommy on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZY 95.9 FM. We're going to go for the break and we'll be right back. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Mash up there, 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 mash up there. Today don't feel like a Monday at all, no way. It don't feel like a Tuesday at all, no way. It don't feel like a Wednesday at all, no way. It don't feel like a Thursday at all, no way. It don't feel like a Friday. Don't feel like a Saturday. It don't feel like a Sunday neither. But it feel like the perfect day to mash up there. What day is today? 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 Mash up there. Mash up the road. Mash up the day. Mash up the bed. Mash up the bed. Mash up the road. Mash up the stage. Mash up the bed. And it don't feel like a world day at all, no way. It have a strange vibes in the atmosphere. Everybody just seem to be full of love energy. Just don't feel like a regular day to me. No man, it don't feel like a Friday. Don't feel like a Saturday. It don't feel like a Sunday neither. But it feel like the perfect day to mash up there. What day is today? 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 Mash up there. Mash up the road. Mash up the bed. Mash up the bed. Mash up the bed. Mash up the road. Mash up the bed. Mash up the bed. Mash up. Yo, this live with John Big one. Mash it up. Well. Real vibe. Here we go. Mash it up. Mash it up. Everybody jump right there. Today mash up there. Today mash up there. Today mash up there. Let me jump one way. Today mash up there. Today mash up there. Today mash up there. Let me jump one up on them and mash up. 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 Mash up there. 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 Mash up there.
When everything seemed to be gone, the worst thing to do is sit down and mourn.
Every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Let's talk politics on a Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Sunday Talk. Come on, people. This is a balanced program. Share the love.
So don't give up hope now. We gotta keep on trying.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with Dat Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Facebook, share the live. All on IG, share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Everybody just share the live. You listening? Listen now. Share the live. Share the live. I want everybody share the live. Downtown Posse Afi share the live. Uptown Posse Afi share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Everybody just share the live. Tobago, share the live. Attention! Aye! God bless our nation of many varied races. May we possess that common love that binds and makes us one. Let it be known around the world that we can boast of unity and take our pride in our liberty. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Tell them we happy. Just to see another day. We happy. Well, we happy. Trinidad and Tobago. We happy. Well, if a Monday fall on Friday, we don't care. Jump up, jump up. If a Tuesday fall on Saturday, we don't care. Free up, free up. If a Wednesday fall on Sunday, we don't care. Jump up, jump up. When the weekend come, everybody hand in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Tell them we happy. Our Yeni people say we happy. Well, we happy. Happy anywhere we go. We happy. Well, if Christmas fall on Ash Wednesday, we don't care. Jump up, jump up. If Easter fall on Carnival, we don't care. Free up, free up. If Republic fall on New Year's Day, we don't care. Jump up, jump up. If every day is a holiday, we don't care. Well. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Send them Chinese hands in the air. Go up. Tell them we happy. Trinidad and Tobago. We happy. Well, we happy. We just want the world to know we happy. Well. Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up. Jump up, jump up. Who there over there? We is happy people. 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 Who there over there? We is happy people.
Sat down and thinking, the question I'm asking is Pharaoh still existing? As he before, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please
Let's go.
deliver us today. We just can't go on this way.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on 91.9 FM and streaming live on WZY 95.9 FM. Of course, folks, share the live, share the live, share the live. I Want TV on YouTube, The Street 919 FM on Facebook, The Street 919 on FM on Instagram. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And remember, that's a free call on WhatsApp.
KFC, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Wash. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
Yeah, good night.
Night, KFC.
Yeah.
Kingsley in Brooklyn, in Brooklyn, England, they see coming home just now. I bring a Bible for me because the minister, the president, and commissioner say, yeah, to pray plenty. But we say good afternoon for Tunji. Where Tunji was talking, I was watching you just now, Wall Street. You hear me?
Yeah.
I see about 4 schools protesting just now there.
Yeah.
And the people and them who protesting, they look like me and you.
Correct.
About 3 days now, the burning fire down there.
Yeah.
You know the last time down by Mula constituency, about 8 or 9 years now, the fix up a nice school down there for the plan down there.
Yeah. What about Piccadilly? What about Piccadilly?
The minister,
What about Piccadilly Street School? What about that school?
I see the minister hooking up. Rudal Munila down there opening the school. Look very important Spain there. How long the plan I was 61 chairs down on lunch kid waiting on a taxi. That school where going. What really going on?
What about St. Philip's? What about St. Philip's down by the Beetham down there? What about that school? What about them?
That school going Bush.
What about that school?
Piccadilly School and all.
Piccadilly School. Yeah, what about that school? Yeah.
That school, yeah. And then put out all the money to fix road and all kind of thing. Then?
Yeah, them gonna spend 60-something billion to fix a road. A road. What Dr. Ecosystem say? Your education is in your book bag? Something to that effect?
True.
Yeah, what's 50 billion or million?
Any fruit generation, my
hold on,
education, man.
Tommy, what you say?
You said 60-something billion?
60-something million, my bad.
Million, okay.
60-something million, yeah. Yeah, boy, KFC, boy.
And then we start talking to them only coming and talking about
Kamla
10 to 20.
Kamla and Panday.
And Kamla not the problem. Who the fool with that boy? Them carefully younger generation with that kind of tribal politics and that dinosaur politics, you know.
As Coco say, Coco had a song say, Daddy that gone through. Them and know that gone through. You can't come with them kind of tribal politics. We have fact check today now, you know.
Yeah,
we could
easily
know.
The fact checking all that.
Oh God, the fact checking and they ain't come up with nothing yet.
They making sure and talk good now, you know.
Oh God,
you're fine.
Well, KFC, Tommy, if you hear them now, every time when they make a sentence, I hear Mr. Rooster talk today about, how to careful with my maths, because the checking me. Yeah, we checking all you. We fact checking all you because we want to bring the truth and stop lying to the people.
And now them talk, so they doesn't come and talk about the government with the support they love so much. They ain't coming and talking about what the government doing good in the community, they building the schools and fixing the schools and things,
How they go talk about that, James? They talking.
Them understand back and right through. But we're not on that 20-25 years right there, all the wake up,
Yep, right there. Yeah, man.
Love.
Bless. Yeah, Tommy boy.
Yeah.
So Tommy, let me go to the editorial,
Yeah, do the editorial.
We want to talk about crime. All right? And
next hour we're gonna have Sergeant Ramsey join us.
Okay, good.
Share some of his ideas as to how we could overcome some of these issues with crime. But go to the editorial.
So the editorial is this. Reducing crime is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach. Here are some innovative ideas that help reduce crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Community policing. establishing a community policing program that involves the community in identifying and solving problems related to crime. 2. Technology. Using technology such as drones, cameras, and sensors to monitor high crime areas and detect criminal activity. Let me take this call. I'll get back to it. Caller, welcome.
God, I'm sorry, I'm not in Trinidad. I'm making corn soup Saturday.
Oh, that's what you're making. PNM Jama, can I ask you a question? PNM Jama, can I ask you a question?
If only everything started with P, plantain, pumpkin.
All right. But can I ask you a question, PNM Jama? PNM Jama. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
PNM Jama. Have any
Yes.
PNM activists ever came on the radio and asked that the government give PNM Jama a cultural award for being an icon as far as DJ music is concerned in Trinidad and Tobago and the world?
You listen? I make the fame already. I tell you that already. I make the fame already. I was the first female DJ in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. I play music all over the world. I make my fame. I'm playing music for the army for 25 years. You understand? I don't want no award. I want no award.
PNM
All
Jama.
I want is to stay PNM till I'm dead.
PNM
That is all I
Jama.
want.
PNM before you go. PNM Jama. PNM Jama.
Yes.
If that question is too hard, I go give you an easy question. You know? I ask you a simple question.
Yes.
Have anyone ever advocated for you, whether you want it or don't want it? Have anyone ever advocated for you to receive a cultural award in Trinidad and Tobago for being one of the most popular and famous women DJ in the world? Anyone?
I don't want that.
All right, PNM
I
Jama.
want to stop them till they do a spot. That's
All
all I want.
All right, PNM Jama.
Nothing else.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Thank you.
That's all I want.
Okay.
I want her to come to get some pigtail soup, corn soup.
All right,
But only P. Only things started with P. I'm on.
Thank you, PNM Jama. Tommy?
Yes.
I don't know how difficult, you know. It's simple.
I hear clearly what you asked. I hear clearly what you say. And it makes good sense.
Have anyone advocated for you? Caller, welcome. Have anyone advocated for you? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good night, again, Mr. Hanseman. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Sorry for calling back again, Mr.
Nah, man. It's okay, man. Nah, man. You call back.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, man.
All right. But Mr. Hanseman, Mr. Tommy, don't you hear the pain in those PNM activists' voice when they speak?
They're suffering peacefully. They're suffering peacefully.
You see how aggressive they be? Why you don't be so aggressive? Why Mr. Tommy don't be so aggressive? Why they be so aggressive? Because they know PNM is not doing anything for them and they're trying to run a narrative. They're giving the people all the reasons why not to vote UNC. But they're not getting nothing from PNM and you can see it hurting them, you know. But the love for party, the pride, they be so aggressive that you just want to know, but you're explaining something to your PNM people who be on the station. Because most of them there is PNM. They're saying, because there is right a lot of bad things about UNC. So why you have to be so aggressive and be jumping and clapping and hitting and the table? You know, that aggressiveness, right? Because your own party neglecting you and you have to swallow your pride and say not to vote for the next party. Reasons why. So it's a sad case, Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy.
Yeah, it is. It's sad.
Yeah, because you can see you could feel the hurt in them, all the sarcastic laugh and things that we call it, and laughing, but you could feel the hurt in their heart because they know that the future generation, there's nothing for them. All right. Thank you very much and have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
To keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man is going to take your tooth. You're going to fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. So you sit there and because you got all that Novocaine in your jaw, you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening. Because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully.
Caller, welcome.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Is the PNM voodoo. That's why they just said they want to be PNM till they're dead. They want to be PNM to live. They don't want to be PNM so that they can have a better tomorrow, but they want to be PNM till they're dead. Imagine that.
I don't get that.
Why somebody want to dead? When they're dead, people say they want to go to heaven. They don't want to dead at PNM. They want to go to heaven when they're dead. But when it's a PNM, you want to dead and be a PNM. That is so sickening. And I want to tell my good friend PNM Jama, because when I introduce for Carnival, I'm looking for place to stay. Watch yourself, because on the program today, want you to miss that part. They say that you have a PNM informant, and the only PNM that's called a show on street is Jama.
Oh, hey, wait now, Brooklyn. Oh, you know you expose it there, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. I have a PNM informant, boy. Wait. Jamal will get no PNM. Jamal will get no trouble, you know. I don't work. Yeah, boy. Brooklyn, you expose that one day. Yeah. Eh.
Don't miss nothing.
Oh God. Yeah, boy. I can't get PNM Jama in no trouble. Nah, PNM Jama is a good one. Nah, I don't.
She just afraid to talk bad about your party, you know.
Yeah,
no,
I
she
know.
can't tell why they didn't award her.
Yeah,
An
boy.
award is nothing. An award is something just to say we appreciate you.
Correct.
Just how you appreciate the PNM Jama. Jama, nobody in fighting, you know. Listen to what I say as a young man. Just how you appreciate and love the PNM since you was 4 years old. You grew up as a PNM, become the Caribbean first female DJ, and the youth of Trinidad and Tobago don't know that. They don't go to school and hear about you. Why, Jama? Why? And the PNM ruled for 50-something years.
And not only that, and PNM Jama is a PNM till she dead.
Yeah, till she's dead.
Dead, you know.
Jama, please, as an elderly, be a person of God. Be a person of something else. You know, save yourself. Save yourself from the curse of the PNM. From the voodoo in the PNM. Save yourself, Jama.
Oh God, leave it there.
Because they could have, please, Rowley here in me today. Roshi, have a good night.
All right, yeah.
Somebody else.
Sean, we on here, you know.
Oh, you're on air.
Yeah,
right,
I'll call you back
tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So
yeah.
So Tommy, let me get back to my editorial, yeah. But Tommy, that's interesting though, eh?
Very.
You are a PNM till you're dead. Till you're dead, you know. You're dead. And that same party can't even think about awarding you a cultural icon. But you will stay with them till they're dead. And maybe when you hit the other side, maybe they might award you something. Because you know they're quick to do that.
Well, not only that, maybe it'll take another party to recognize her work.
Oh, Tommy, yeah, Tommy. Oh, Tommy hit the nail on the head there.
Well, we have seen it time and again.
Yes. Yes.
According to the supporter spirit, I give it a look right.
You know, Jama, you'll get an award. We promise you. We go continue to fight for you to get that award, PNM Jama. We go fight for you.
I don't want no award.
We go fight for you to get an award.
I don't want no award.
Don't worry.
I don't want that.
Don't worry.
I don't want that.
History.
What award? I want to put a plate of food on my table.
No, you don't need no award to put no food on your table.
I want to make me lie down and watching my flat screen TV in my bedroom. Could I want to do that for me?
Award could honor you for what you have done.
Just acknowledging. It's just acknowledgement of
Hold on, PNM Gemma. Hold on.
Swanky Gemma. It's just acknowledging your contribution to that great nation that you seem to love so very much, and we love you.
Of course. I love Trinbago. That's the land of my birth. I was born in Laventille.
But do they love you the same way? Do they love you the same way? Do they love you the same way?
Then listen to me. You know I want to love you. See that man upstairs there? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And once they love me, I okay with that. I don't want man to love me. You understand? I want the master to love me. You understand?
But PNM Jama, let me say this. Let me say this. I don't want to get you in no trouble with your PNM people for calling the program. I don't want them start to go after you. I really don't want that for you. Because he's a good one. He's a good one. He's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you something. I don't care what man say about me. You understand? People will talk. You cannot stop the river from running.
Okay.
You understand? I don't care what people say about me. I go with PNM since I run PNM since I'm 4 years, and I'm 71 years now. PNM Party Group 11 was in our house in Laventille with DC Donald Grenado, with Hines. I think that was Mr. Hines' uncle, John Seeley, all these people who used to come in our house in Laventille. You understand? I grow with PNM, and nobody's taking that away from me. I grew with PNM.
No award for you
Maurice
still.
Marshall, all these people I used to, Desmond Cathy, Maurice Marshall, all these people I used to play music for. I used to play music for them.
All
you
right.
understand?
All right, PNM Gemma.
And nobody taking that away from me. I don't want no award. What award I want to do what?
Okay.
I don't want that.
All right.
All
right,
acknowledgement of your contribution. That's what award is about.
Tommy, just imagine that, to make your party look good. They're not even going to give you an award, a cultural award, as a cultural icon in Trinidad and Tobago.
Just acknowledging what you have done.
That's it. Just acknowledging what you have done. KFC, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washington and Tommy again. See happy and him? There doesn't want that you call up for she to get the highest award.
I call it for she to get award, and she telling me no. You know, that is a PNM sauce, boy. That's a PNM sauce. You know, like they have garlic sauce. That's a PNM sauce. But
when you really think about it, the fact that they vote religiously for
with our award, the first female DJ pass to Trinidad and Tobago, also the world.
Yeah, boy. She don't want nothing, boy.
That was she telling you, Trinidad. Don't take nothing else vote.
Hold on, KFC. Tommy, go ahead. Well, KFC just hit the nail on the proverbial head, as I was thinking that must be a norm, because for all the votes that they have given religiously,
they don't want nothing.
They want nothing. They get nothing. They want nothing.
Will we call that program from 6 to 4?
Oh God! That's next level science, boy.
That's the greatest, that's the best I have for the year.
But that's the best, you know?
The year now start, eh?
The year now start, boy. We fighting for an award for you, a cultural icon of Trinidad and Tobago, you know. The first, you know. The first, you know. And you telling yourself, nah, I don't want that award. Because your party don't want to give you the award, you don't want it.
It's half on the half hour now.
Because we don't want nothing.
Oh, God.
We don't want fix. We don't want proper water. We don't want nothing. That's what about greater the PNM. Fire burn the PNM that to go. Measure my was she calling to get something from the PNM? I have to get something.
Yeah.
Look, understand.
Thank you. Tommy?
Yep.
Tommy?
Yes.
Tommy, I don't get. Help me now, Tommy, man. Help me now.
Well, it's clear. It's clear that that attitude is what exists. That's why we have taken for granted what Lady Gypsy say.
Plight of my people. We had to play that just now. Brooklyn, welcome.
Yeah, well, she just bring it back in, and this is why I just be proud to say I have support the UNC. Because just how we speaking seriously, we're not joking about Funky Jama.
We're not joking. We serious.
We serious. Let me show you an example. Kamala Prasad Bisesa served 5 years and 3 months and how much ever weeks they just call it because they know it go there 14 days and all kind of thing. And Butch Kelman is a pan maker and tuna, one of the best in Trinidad and Tobago.
I know him from a child.
He was recognized and awarded. And they make an interview. They make a video, they interview them and make a video that you could go on social media, on YouTube, anyway, that one, pull it and watch it. Butch Kelman was awarded and gifted under Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and she did it herself. He met her. He didn't even vote for that lady. But she didn't look at, he probably didn't vote for PNM, who he is or where he come from. She looked at his contribution towards the art and the culture of our national instrument. And she gifted him. And all the PNM for all the years, he walked. And before Kamala Prasad did that for Butch Kelman, nobody did it. PNM come, PNM go. Nobody did it. And that can explain why Funky Jama would not get anything with the PNM. But as much as she loved the PNM, if Kamala Prasad Bisesa should come back into power, as much as she just call it every day and fight. But she said BASDEO Panday was a good man, eh? And I'm sure Kamala and them listening.
She said that.
She said that.
She said that.
We must be truthful.
We must be truthful. Yes.
She said he was a good man. Even she daughter or somebody, she said have a picture because met him.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. We don't want to hate each other.
No, it's not about hate. It's not about hate. It's not about hate. It's not about
do the right thing for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, but outside they on. When they see the one shot, let the generation to come know about them when they're dead and gone. Let them know if it wasn't for that work that Funky Jama put in,
correct,
for the Caribbean and go all over. If it wasn't for these young women DJs, they might not have been DJs.
Correct.
This is what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
And this is just a lesson. And I know she's listening. Maybe she might give me a little scare when I come for carnival.
Yeah, I go fix you up. I go let you fix you up.
We love you.
She have an 8-bedroom.
But we love you more than you love the piano.
Brooklyn.
So we love you. Yes.
It's an 8-bedroom mansion she have, you know.
Yeah, yes, sir.
8-bedroom, boy. I'm telling you.
I have to put no rent to the
You got in.
Get something, man. We love you, girl. Don't worry.
Yeah, man.
We think the PNM should start dealing with the people.
Correct.
Deal with the people.
Correct.
Stop dealing with your friends and family, but your people who put you there. That's what we're talking about, Walsh.
Thank you, man. Yeah. That's what we're talking about, you know, Tommy. All we talking about is people who deserve to be honored. Honor them. Don't wait till they left us and then all of a sudden, all you you know. No. And there is a lot more Funky Jammers around, you know. PNM, you know, who have always supported the PNM, you know. And let me make this absolutely clear. In 2015, I voted for the PNM. In 2020, I voted for the PNM. I have never voted for another party in Trinidad and Tobago other than the PNM. Or they could swing it, swipe it, swash it, anyhow all they want to do it, plain talk, bad manners.
Well,
So I could talk. Tommy, I don't know about you. I ain't going to talk about you. But I talk about me. Right? So people could say what they want. I never voted for another party. However, I want to play this video by... Let me play this first.
How they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? That party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party. You're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. Catch hell from the same enemy. We're all in the same bag, in the same boat. We suffer political oppression, economic exploitation, and social degradation. All of them from the same enemy. The government has failed us. You can't deny that. We must understand the politics of our community. And we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart.
I hope you guys pay close attention to what Malcolm X said years ago.
And it's still relevant today.
And there we go, Tommy. Thank you so very kindly. It is still relevant today. Very relevant today. But, Tommy, we have to get back to our editorial, but I want to get back to this thing here quick. I want you all to listen to Jeff Bezos. Okay? The gazillionaire of Amazon. Listen to Jeff Bezos. And that's what we do here.
We humans are not really truth-seeking animals. We are social animals.
Yeah, we are.
And, you know, take you back in time 10,000 years and you're in a small village. If you go along to get along, you can survive. You can procreate.
Let me repeat that for some of you who may be now getting on the maxi taxi. Okay, let me take this call here. Caller, welcome.
Listen to me. Tell Brooklyn, I know you listen.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, I have my democratic rights. You can't tell me what to do. And you, Mr. KFC, I have my democratic rights. You cannot tell me what to do. That is all right. I don't want to like all UNC. That is all right. Leave me with my PNM. You hear what I'm telling you? And that Florida man was talking about that crap. Only leave me with my PNM. I have all the right to like all UNC. That is all right. Leave me with my PNM. Oh God, leave me alone.
All right, Gemma. All right. Okay. Only leave Gemma alone, please. Leave Gemma alone.
We humans are not really truth-seeking animals. We are social animals.
Yeah, we are.
And, you know, take you back in time 10,000 years and you're in a small village. If you go along to get along, you can survive. You can procreate. If you're the village truth teller, you might get clubbed to death in the middle of the night. Truths are often, they don't want to be heard because important truths can be uncomfortable, they can be awkward, they can be exhausting,
impolite,
yes,
all that kind of stuff.
Challenging. They can make people defensive, even if that's not the intent. But any high-performing organization, whether it's a sports team, a business, a political organization, an activist group, I don't care what it is, any high-performing organization has to have mechanisms and a culture that supports truth-telling.
Tap myself on the back. Tommy, you can say for yourself that I am bringing truth mechanism to the people's national movement. Let me repeat that. This is Jeff Bezos. He's not a millionaire or a billionaire. He's a trillionaire. He tells you, and he talks about a political organization must have a mechanism for truth. That's why Amazon is one of the most successful companies in the world. If you're going to Gael, is what just Tommy, the fellow who's saying Mr. Shaq?
Yep.
Yeah. It's Bois. I
Bois.
can deal with the Bois. Yeah. But let me finish, Tommy. The editorial. The crime editorial. Because we also put solutions on the table. We don't just come and talk about UNC and PNM and NTA. We put solutions on the table. And we are the first radio program that give you guys statistics and give you guys facts. Not fiction, facts. So let's get back to the editorial. Tommy, I am amazed that we are trying to elevate an icon in Trinidad and Tobago. And that icon is telling us, I don't need that. Just leave me alone. But that's okay.
Maybe it's out of humility, but we have to just go look past that and do the right thing.
Yeah, we have to do the right thing at the end of the day. So here we go. We talk about reducing crime is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach. Here are some innovative ideas that can help reduce crime in Trinidad and Tobago. One, community policing. Establishing a community policing program that involves the community in identifying and solving problems related to crime. Two, technology. Using technology such as drones, cameras, and sensors to monitor high crime areas and detect criminal activity. Three, education. Providing education and job training programs to at-risk youth to help them find employment and avoid criminal activity. Four, is that four? Four, mental health. Providing mental health services to individuals who are at risk of committing crime. Five, neighborhood watch. Encouraging residents to form neighborhood watch groups to monitor their communities and report suspicious activities. Six, youth programs. Creating after-school programs and sports league to keep young people engaged and off the streets. Seven, alternative sentencing. Implementing alternative sentencing program such as community service and restorative justice to reduce recidivism. Eight, gun control. Implementing stricter gun control laws to reduce the number of firearms in circulation. Nine, community service. Encouraging offenders to perform community service as a way to make amends for their crimes. And 10, victim support. Providing support services to victims of crime to help them recover and reduce the likelihood of retaliation. So there is our editorial. Reducing crime is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach, and we gave you 10 innovative ideas that help reduce crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? So
Yes. Yeah, at the top of the hour, after the top of the hour, we're going to have Mr. Should I say Sergeant Victor Ramsey.
Right. So what we're going to do, Tommy, we're going to leave 91.9 at 9 p.m. Trinidad time, and we're going to switch over to WZY TV on YouTube and WZY 95.9 FM on Facebook. So we're going to continue program for another hour on WZY TV on YouTube and WZY 95.9 FM on Facebook. And we're going to have our security expert with us talking about what
Would you
type of...
would you like him to come in before we switch over?
Yeah, if you could get him to come, that's fine. We could spend a few minutes with him before we switch over.
Let me give him a call. Very quick.
Abby says, and some trying to promote for you to get an award. And PNM Gemma, you say, no, that is so sad. Yeah, that is sad. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know, you know, boy. Yeah, boy. It's kind of sad, you know. When you're trying, you know, Dira, good night. When you're trying to elevate a person for their accomplishment, because you know when you accomplish a lot of things, you mightn't see what other people see, right? And it takes other people to say that, you know what, yeah, this person deserves that award. But the sad part of it, they have all them PNM activists that be on the radio station, all of them, not one of them ever suggest for Swanky Gemma to get an award from the PNM. Not one of them, none of them. Zero, no duck. And use a PNM till you're dead. Sad. Sad. But anyway, while Tommy get that, I want to play this song for you. Because they don't play this song no more on the radio, you know. They don't play this no more, you know. Yeah? Oh, here he is. Let's play one verse in this song before you.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams. Tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell, wake up Mother Cornhawks. Tell she to cast a spell on we party, not what it used to be.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Let's bring in our guests.
All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
What are you doing? Is it Sergeant Ramsey?
Yes, it is.
Sergeant Ramsey, how you going, man? Just before we go off air
Great,
here
great.
on 91.9 in Trinidad, we see the crime problem started in Trinidad in 2024. I think there's already about 15 murders in Trinidad and Tobago.
As of yesterday, it was 15.
Yeah, 16.
Well,
16 now.
16 now. Quickly give us and quickly give us what are some of the initiatives that could be implemented in Trinidad and Tobago in order to stem the crime problem that we see in Trinidad and Tobago. First of all, just give us a little bit of your background before you go. Give us a little bit of your background.
Right. Um, Retired military. I was a medic in the military for 21 years. Also retired correctional officer, Essex County, for 21 years. I worked security in many places. Essex County. I worked at the Star Ledger there for about 12 years. I worked with Union County Security. I worked with Tony Imperial Detective Agency and many other places. I have over 40 years of security experience in police work and over 50 years of medicine and medical field.
You were born in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, I was. I came here at the age of 15, and this February 18, 1976, I came to Newark, and I started a mentorship program in the summer of in June of 76, because I saw it was a need here for leaders. And I recognized that as a young man. At 15 years old, I recognized that we didn't have many leaders. Many of them really didn't know that we were kings and queens of the world, and we held many high places. Coming from Trinidad, where the population was predominantly blacks and Indians, we knew of black leaders. That's all we knew, basically. But here in America, the role was different. So many blacks did not know of the powerful or influential black men, because most of them here, as you know, like the Marcus Garvey and the Tommy Toure, known as Topeka Michael, those guys were guys from the islands, but most people never knew that. And so this was something I brought to their attention and told them I'm going to be one of the next leaders here, and to stick by me, and things will turn out right. And I was conscious enough, aware enough to what was going on to make that effort, concerted effort to start changing the mindset of the young black men and women, people of color here. And like I say, I've been here. This next month will make it 48 years I've been living here. So I've seen a lot in my years here. I worked at jail, and I saw what so many of us had to go through. So I pretty much put my neck out on the line to make many changes in the system. I would like to be able to do the same for my native Trinidad. So hopefully our people will be listening in and understand that I'm here to really to help.
Vic, what do you see immediately that can be done to change the attitude of the inner city males, especially in Trinidad, who are?
Well, it all starts from home, right? Home within our community, not necessarily in the house self, because a lot of times you may not have a two-parent home where a father is involved. This is what we're seeing more and more. There is no male figure around. And so someone in the community has to fit that mold that young man will look up to. And whoever those individual are has to take an interest to be that extended father into to the other homes. And many of them really doesn't want to take on the responsibility because they figure the young man and women is not listening, not paying attention because all of the distractions that's around. But we have to look beyond that as leaders, you know. We have to take small steps. That's the thing. And once one person gets it, One out of the kids get it, and they see the difference that you have made in that one child life. Others that fall into, especially if that individual is someone that they respect in the community, that one child. So you start a trend where everybody wants to be a part of something, because no one wants to be running and ducking from bullets. I call a truce on the gangs here in Newark. Everyone told me I was crazy. There's no way I'll be able to be an officer with a hairbrush in my holster and pulling people from different gangs together. And I said, no, they all wants to enjoy life. Just the same thing is going on home. You know, young men, they're looking at a lot of TV. And a lot of them think the only way they can escape from not getting hurt is to create a little posse, gangs. But you can show them otherwise. So that being said.
All right. So Tommy, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to Sergeant, you stay with us, but we're gonna have to leave 91.9 in TNT, and we just want to close off. We're gonna give our closing comments, Tommy, and then we're gonna close off on 91.9, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna move over to WZY TV on YouTube and 95.9 FM on Facebook. So let me give my closing quote, Tommy. Okay. The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall, short, or fat, or thin, or ugly, or handsome like your father, or you can be black, or yellow, or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character. From where I said, this is it. The clock on the wall said, that's all I like to. That's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. And remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Never look down on a person unless you give them a hand up. That's what I have to say. Love you all. On 91.9, we're going to be moving over to WZYE. See you next time.
Okay, so we're going to see you on the other side as we close out on 91.9.
Hello. Let's start the road match conversation.
Mashing up is my business, better, much more. That's just my only interest. I'm playing bombs for sure. Some people they saying they're ready to misbehave. Some people they saying they're ready to cross the stage. Show me a hand if you're in the band, and you as a fan. Let's mash up the land. Show me a hand if you're in the band, or fight for man. Everybody drip. Everybody drip. To the soca drip. Everybody drip. All your drip down so, down so, down so. All your drip up so, up so, up so. I said drip down so,
Lay it down.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street on WZY 95.9 FM. And of course, we have with us the man they call the Sergeant, who has joined us again. A man from the roots of Trinidad and Tobago and of doing fantastic things here in the United States of America and wants to bring the program to Trinidad and Tobago to help with crime. Sergeant Ramsey, that's what it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Sarge, you know, I wanted to ask a question, right? But I will save that question for another thing. We did an editorial here with regards to some crime initiatives, right? And so one of the first initiatives that we talked about was community policing. And how important is community policing in helping the reduction of crime?
In my opinion, it starts and ends there. Because the people pay you well to serve and to protect. And so you should know and have the pulse of the people that you're serving and protecting. And once you go into the community and you walk in the street meeting people, greeting people, asking questions about how they're doing and, you know, their concerns, they see that you're genuine in your work and they know that they feel like they can trust you. The people will open up. Those same people will protect you. I have been in situations where many people came to my rescue. I say, not that one, not that officer, anyone else, but you won't touch him. And they went after their own family members, you know, to actually send a message that I was a good person and that I was in the best interest of all. So that's where it starts. You have to spend time with the people. You have to know the people that you work for. Getting in a car and driving by and only show up when there's an incident, no one really knows you. No one feels comfortable. And coming to the scene with a weapon in your holster, hands on ready, that's a threat. And this is how we are trained to be hands on ready into those situations. But that only escalates the situation. If you come with your hands up and speaking to them as human beings and as the people who sign your paychecks, then a different message is sent. Everyone is calm because they see that you have no weapon of mass destruction on you. And that's the key. Being comfortable, being respectful enough to say, well, you know what? I really doesn't need this weapon. I'm carrying it as part of my uniform, but I'm going to respect the people that pays me well. What I tell many of our officers, it would be the fire departments and police or corrections, I tell them, once you get that career, you are a bulletin board of information for the general public. But most of all, you are now in the million-year club. Because if you was to hit the pick six, let's say, you only get 50,000 for each million a year. And majority of officers are up in the neighborhood of $100,000 a year. You would have to hit the pick six for 2 million to get that money. So you are being paid well, and there's many perks that comes along with that. To all the time you may travel, you can get on the buses and really doesn't have to pay anything. You're in uniform, you get a lot of discounts. True mere respect for the work that you do. So there's no officers that hurting, and there's no officers that should be disrespectful to the people.
Well, Sergeant Ramsey, there are many people who may say that the police in Trinidad and Tobago are underpaid. And that's why we have a percentage of them involved in corruption.
No one, there's no country on the face of this God green earth underpays their police, teachers, firemen. That is not so. We always feel like we should get more for the job that we doing. But no one is in the poor line. None. And even in the poorest country, the police wages, teachers' wages, firemen wages and stuff is above average. So regardless to what they're saying, I'm here to say that's not true. My granduncle was the General Secretary of Trinidad and Tobago, Joshua Gordon. And like I say, I spent many days with him and the Minister of Defense, Robinson, back in the day, and with Randolph Burroughs, and when he was commissioner. So I know I've been around a very long time. I wanted to come back home at 24, going on 25, to be with the police departments and the military. And they told me at the time that I had to choose between the police or the army. And I said I wanted to do both because I'm given that opportunity in the United States to say you can't do that here. So we talking about almost 40 years ago, I wanted to come back home to help because I saw the need for it. And that's why I'm here with a heavy heart to hear what's going on in Trinidad. Because we have never been that type of people. Yeah. What is going on?
What about neighborhood watch?
Neighborhood watch is important. And like you say, the police is going to have to help with that neighborhood watch because most of the individuals there in the neighborhood is not trained to look out for certain things. And the police will help make them more aware. And once they know that they have police involvement in the community, people act differently. They feel free. And believe it or not, everyone wants to feel that way. They join these gangs to carry a letter of safety with them. And we know how that ends up. It doesn't end up well. So I'm asking and begging officers, stop being selfish because you are being paid adequate based on the cost of living of that country. Take the time to mentor a couple of young men and help bring about changes. I grew up here in Newark, and my mom and many other people from Trinidad told me, why would you come here to America and give your life for people that you wouldn't be able to make any significant difference with? And I say, that's not true. I say, I see the need for it. And I'm glad I took that stand. A lot of officers, believe it or not, wanted me dead. A lot of officers, because they find that I was able to walk in the community without having a gun, and I had the pulse of the people, and they respected me, and they couldn't do it. They felt like they was tied and bound to that weapon. I never believed in that. I never believed in that.
What about technology?
Well, technology, as we see, I was recently in Trinidad not too long, and there's cameras everywhere. That's the world we live in today. There's a lot of cameras to help help find blind spots. Let's put it like that.
But
And
Sergeant
so,
Ramsey, I have been told there's cameras, but there's one major problem. A lot of
yeah,
them
I know
don't.
I know what you're alluding to. I know what you're alluding
A lot of
to.
there are plenty cameras,
Yeah, yeah,
plenty.
I know what you alluding to.
Yeah, that camera's too bad, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I know. And a lot of them goes on pause.
yeah, yeah. As opposed to in this country, when you see a crime happen, you will get TV footage. I mean, sometimes you get TV footage from a person's house and so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
the police department will immediately give you police TV footage to show you. Well, listen, we're looking for that fella right there.
Yeah,
Trinidad,
a lot of those things are silent. You know, a lot of it is edit. I know. I I was with 101 officers against police brutality, so I understand.
you know, at one time, right, they wanted to implement shot spotter in Trinidad, right? Because they had came to East Orange and they had used East Orange as a sort of a guinea pig because East Orange had implemented shot spotter and they
Right.
have done very well as far as you
Under
know.
the Lacey. The Lacey
Huh?
was the guy over there. The
Correct is right.
101, yeah, 100,
Yes,
101 officers
yes,
against
yes,
police
yes,
brutality.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And they implemented shot spotter and it actually worked. And I also remembered something in LA, whereas that I think was certain time of the year where them guys and them gangs and them used to shoot their gun up in the air.
Yeah, the Bloods and Crips, call
Right,
it in
right.
chiefs, right?
And what happened is that the police used to show up kind of quickly, you know, and they
Yeah,
want to understand, man, all them cops know we shooting up in the air, boy. And that was because of shot spotter. But
right.
I don't know what happened in Trinidad, but they say it couldn't work because of the terrain and so on and so forth. But you know,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
in Trinidad, like I say, I know Trinidad. I'm more safer, kind of people in the nation. And we just got to go back to the old grassroots. We have to have police involvement into the community, you know, and have them walk in the beat, have those officers speak with people, you know, have them sign their books, have them go into stores and show that the police was present at these stores, um, and pretty much bring those people back into that circle and stop. And once we have that separation between police and community, crimes is going to continue to happen because they feel like it's us against them. But when you work together as a unit, uh, great result. Look, I'm here in Newark, and like I say, almost 48 years, and I've been retired. May will make it 13 years. I've been retired from the force, and it's like I never skipped a beat. People still come to me today to ask to find a loved one in the system. They would get lost in the system purposely. So I would go to the jail many times, and I still train a lot of the officers, those who wear their hearts on their sleeve like I did and do the right thing. I would get them back on the job when they dismiss those guys without having to deal with the judges and the lawyers because they have that type of respect for me.
No, Sergeant Ramsey, there was one year, was it 22, like 2022, where there was a report stating that police officers in Newark didn't fire their guns once. I'm trying to figure out. It was something to do with them firing their guns in Newark.
Right.
Something to that.
Right. A couple of years ago, many of those officers under the mayor, the present mayor, was told to pretty much just observe. Don't get directly. Just be there as a deterrent in certain buildings, and that's what they speak of. A couple of the high rises normally have gang activities, drugs activities that the mayor had them present at those locations. And so, yes, there were no weapons fired from the officers.
So that was real then. That was real.
Yeah, there was weapons fired, but not from the officers. Was
All right, from the officer.
gang members? Yeah, but yes, that is true. There
Wow,
was
I wonder if we
one,
could,
two, 3 buildings I know of.
I wonder if we could get that to happen in Trinidad, boy.
Well, the police you talking about, there is a that was a 24-hour police present on those in those areas. So yes, if there is police present there, all day and night, and the thing is, they don't want to be there as bullies. They want to be there as concerned citizens too, not just officers, but citizens. Remember, there are officers 8 hours a day, 16 hours, you are a citizen, common citizen. And that's what many people forget, that you are more a citizen than an officer.
What it is, other than the things we just mentioned, right? What it is that Trinidad and Tobago is not doing with respect to crime, that crime appears to continue to escalate.
Well, like you say, many of the officers we have at one time when I was growing up in Trinidad, officers would take the time to know his community. Now, most of the officers are in cars and they just drive by. No one take the time to really see what's going on. And while they're in the air-conditioned cars and people looking at that alone makes people feel like they have distanced themselves from them. You have to be involved. You can respect an officer who is there in the community and you see him walking the beat in the rain, in the sun, in the sleet, in the snow, right? And in Trinidad is rainy season. It's 2 seasons in Hudson. And if you see that officer's there with his raincoat on in the rain, in the hot sun, protecting you, your attitude towards him will be much different, or her be much different, because you say he's there. When I'm awake, he's there, or she is there. People appreciate those things. And then you have a good morning, a good evening, always a letter of concern and caring that you wear on your sleeve for the people. They acknowledge that. You can't just separate yourself and say, well,
No, go ahead. How do you
No, go ahead.
reduce the amount of corrupted police officers in our police department?
Officers need to be retrained. And some of those same officers, right, rotate them through the jails. Let them see what it looks like behind bars. Let them go into the poor community and see people without food on the table. I spent years selling bottles to put something on my table. Let them see that side of life. When they say they don't have enough and they have 5 and 6 pairs of Jordans and all these name brand stuff, let them see how it is Take them in areas that are very poor. Show them the meals on people's table. Let them sit behind bars in classes for a couple of weeks and see how it feels. You see, I experienced 21 years in corrections where I many times I was locked in there for 8, 10, 12, 16 hours. So I know how it feels. I never wanted someone else to feel that. That's the difference.
Yeah, you gotta but let me ask you a question. Why haven't the security personnel in Trinidad and Tobago picked up your request to work in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, as we know, some people has their hand in two jars. Not one, but two.
What do them have cookies in
One.
them?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes the position just afford these things, you know. Wrongfully, but it's there.
I like that
And you
diplomatic
have,
answer.
yeah, you have to be a person who's content.
Okay.
Not satisfied, but content.
Yeah, but
They have to have some sense of content.
how you gonna tell a man who, right, he locking up them drug dealers and them, right? And them fellas driving BMWs, Mercedes Benz, and he driving a little Almeida or a small little something, a Mazda. You understand? And that same fella, he might be locking up to them boss. We go take care of you, You know what I mean? We go double your salary.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let me tell you a real story, real, true story. As the evacuation sergeant of the 2nd and 113, right? I was in charge of putting together a medical supply room. In Riverdale, there were millions of dollars, millions, you hear me, of drugs, narcotics, was left behind from Vietnam era. Emprum, codeine, Sebrum, name it. They was there. I went to Red Bank and turning all that medication, all that drugs, and I had something less than $200 in my name, and I turned in millions of dollars worth of drugs. No one knew it was there. It was sitting there for 30-something, 20-something, 30-something years. I took over that medical aid station and found 10,000 pills in a jar. Jars full. Codeine, volume, serum. So it's the man, the person. Can you be satisfied with a slice of bread and pass the loaf on so that others will eat? That's the problem we have. That's the issue. And that's why the people trusted me that much, because I'm not for sale. And what little I made today, believe it or not, and same thing officers will ask me, and drug dealers will ask me, oh, Officer Ramsey, where's your car? What you drive? I say I drive a BMW, stand for Black Man Walking, still today. I haven't owned a car in the past 10 years. So if a car means that much to you and these material stuff, you don't go and walk down to the police station and turn in your gun and badge.
But Sergeant Ramsey, most people will say that you're an outlier.
Huh? The
Most
record
people will
was,
call you an outlier.
well, guess what? People who know me here, they can ask around. It's easy to find me. And they will tell you the people are Newark, people at Essex County, many officers. I trained over 800 officers are still on the job now. In the military, the fire department, corrections, police departments, I still continue to train officers. And they still will laugh and say, Ramsey, I see you walking across town. It's about 5 miles from your home. And I see you walking back. Why is it? I say, just stay in shape, staying healthy. I'm not hurting for anything. I remember the days when I used to have to sell little bottles to have a nickel or two. Now I'm doing well. So I don't take it for granted. I don't. I still keep the simple ways, right? I still keep my slingshot to
Yeah.
remind me of the days.
But could it be that the 21st century behavior is different than the 19th century behavior or the 20th century behaviors?
Not necessarily so. It's your upbringing. Your upbringing. My last son is 24, going on 65. Attitude is different. Much different. Tommy knows him very well. Andre, his demeanor is more like mine's. He's not taken up in all the material things in life. So it's all how he was brought up. And once a child see that the parents and someone that they really trust and look up to do things in a certain manner and doesn't put all these material stuff in front of them, they tend to be the same way. They call them old souls. So
I
it's
agree
not
with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you in that, you know, um, as parents, you can lead by example.
Yeah, we are the role models. The parents are the role models. There's only one things are not really intact with kids look outside, but normally the parents are your first role model. You know, and the uncles, the aunts, the people in the house, the grandma, the grandpa. And that's why it's so important to have family reunions and stay in touch with family. Because at the end of the day, those are the one who molds and pass on tradition, especially the mom. Mom is the one who pass on tradition because Pop is out there working hard. The kids see Pops as a role model. The young men see that, well, I want to be like Pops. And the young ladies say, well, I want a husband like my father. So that's why it's important. It's very
You
important.
know, you know, when we look at Trinidad, in the past 2 years, it's two of the highest murder rates we have had in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. The other one was 550 some time ago, right? And it just seemed that the people in charge really don't have any solutions to the problem.
Well, one of the reasons are, remember, now is there has been a lot of deportees, Trinidadians that come to live abroad, and they get involved in these criminal activity, and now they come back home. But there is no halfway house. There is no reentry programs where these young men can go and learn a trade. They just come and they dump them off on the soil, right? They escort them from the airport into the streets There is no halfway house for them. They have to have something in place when these young men and women coming back from being deported from overseas. They have to have some kind of landing spot. You can't expect someone who left Trinidad at 5, 6, 7, 10 years old and coming back, a teenager or early 20s that knows nothing about Trinidad that is deported back and asks he or she to survive. The life of crime is what they knew that got them sent back. Those are the people they're going to look for, people with similar interests. They will recruit those people, and they have something in common now. And these were these gangs are formed. But if you have a landing place for them, we have to have a place, right, to accommodate our citizen that has fallen on hard time. And many of them in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not that they are criminals. Just being in the wrong place in the wrong time and being a person of color here in the United States. I can speak from experience. I had my share of the law. I wasn't, a couple of fights. I got locked up before I put on the uniform. And I saw what happened to me personally. And they didn't care. I lock him up. And I said, I got to make a difference. I have to make a difference. And if I come into an area, a scene, a crime scene, and there was people I know to be innocent, I'm not going to put your name in it. But a lot of officers would say, lock them all up. Why would you do that? You're almost 100% sure that one individual out of the two or three is not guilty, is innocent. Why would you lock him up too? But most of them do it to show that, look, I got power over you. I got this gun. I got this badge. I can do whatever it is I want. That has to stop. You have to retrain officers. Unlearn and relearn.
Well,
many of those officers in position home in Trinidad, I see every time I visit. I try to speak to some of them and just observe on their behavior, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
well, as you say that, there was a viral video with respect to someone called a police station, and the woman police constable answered the phone, and the person was calling and telling them they made a complaint. And the woman police constable basically tell the person, what happened? You don't know where the police station is? you know, you know, you know, it's like, I mean, in 2023, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is so sad that, we, a small country like Trinidad and Tobago, 1.4 million people, we just can't get it right. And I think we can get it right.
It hurts because there's a travel advisory.
Yeah, man.
Trinidad was supposed to be the most carefree people. Why is there a travel advisory? Why?
Mm-hmm.
A country,
Yeah.
Holy Trinity, Holy Trinity, you need a travel advisory? It doesn't make sense. And like I said, and the officers, by continually crying and saying how much money they need, and they're not being paid properly, that's a concern. What are you doing with your money? At base entry, An officer in Trinidad get twice the amount that a retiree gets. A person who have worked their whole life, entire life in Trinidad, get approximately $3,500. And if you entering into the police force, you get around 8,000, 9,000, 2.5 times. Where is the poverty in that? If you living at a poverty level, you saying as an officer, then what happens to those who have spent their whole life there in Trinidad and have to survive on $3,500? Is it me? I'm an officer. I'm all for officers. But please be right. Do right. Stop crying. Stop calling wolf. It's not, there's no need for that. And people who don't know better will believe what is being said. That they're not being paid fairly, so that's why they're committing all these crimes. They gangster more than the gangsters, running up in people's houses with the uniform on and just doesn't care. That's despicable. That is disrespectful to the man and woman who wears their heart in their sleeve and actually serve and to protect. Those guys got to come aboard. Or the powers that be within the ranks, do what you have to do. Rehab who you can rehab, and the rest, put him in jail. Take him off the force. Because if I was in Trinidad as a member of the police force, administrative body, I would clean house.
You clean house?
I would clean house.
What
I'm
exactly,
telling you.
what exactly do you mean by clean house?
Disinfect that odor that lives within the department. They will come out there with clean hands. They will know not to go in to the pockets of innocent people and take what's there. They will know not to be a part of this gangster movement and take pay off when you are being paid well by the people. They will know that before you become an officer, every single one of the candidates will have to meet some strict prerequisites. The people of those villages, those towns, I will go there. Investigators will be there and ask about each individual potential candidate. So the people will select those who they can trust to lay their lives in their hands. That's exactly what you're doing. When you hire a police officer, you put your life and your family life and loved ones and the neighbors in their hands. And if they don't honor that fact that they have people's lives in their hand, they ought to be working somewhere else.
So we have a gentleman here, Captain Singh. Captain Singh is he's an intelligent person when he wants to, right? But he's a good friend of WZY 95.9 FM. He talks about rational choice theory. That is a framework used in economics and other fields of study that proposes that individuals make decisions that are based on maximizing their own benefits. So he's saying that, based on why you put that there, that there are police officers who are using rational choice theory because they are making decisions which can maximize their own benefits. Right?
I don't believe in that theory because first you have to be selfless to be selfish. And that's why I don't believe in that. If you are selfless, then you are selfish. Become selfish because you are included in that. For you have done for others, and they will think of you. You don't take from others for them to think of you good. Remember, there's a great poet said, people may not remember what you say, people may not remember what you do, but people always remember how you make them feel. Maya Angelou.
That's right.
And when someone show you who they are, believe them.
You know, but Sergeant Ramsey, it also goes on to say it suggests that people perform a cost benefit analysis and make decisions based on their personal interests. Rational choice theory is used to model human decision making, especially in the context of macroeconomics. Ah, You know, I got to tell you, I think that when we talk about corruption in police department, I really think this is applicable because these officers are making decisions based on the benefits, whatever the percentage is, the 10% or the 15%, based on the benefits they can derive from making those decisions.
But what benefit really? There's no benefit. The benefits from that is actually a punishment, waiting for the to throw the keys away on the other side.
But
That's
they're
what
not
it
thinking
is.
about that though. They're not thinking about that. They're just thinking about. They're not thinking about. They they're not thinking about the flights, the second flight. They're just looking at the first flight and say, well, listen, if I get to the top of that stairs, there's additional $10,000 waiting for me.
That would have been already in their report cards from school. Part of the evaluation is it would have been in the community, and that's why we need the teachers, the report cards to see what kind of person they are. That's already spelled out in there, and the community knows these individuals. They might be very intelligent, but they know that they are selfish, and so these people should not be on just based on their grades.
Correct is right. That point you have made there is an important point. But are the police department doing that though?
You see, and that's where they are at fault. If that's not being done, every community they should come into that community and ask about those people's behavior. Can't we trust this individual with our loved one lives? Can we? Okay, they were very bright, very intelligent, but are they trustworthy? See, these are the things. You go back to my school report, right? From a child. It says it. He's very intelligent, right? And he's trustworthy. They see it. By 9 years old, your personality is already formed. So what? From kindergarten, from five to nine, they see those years. They see what kind of individual that you are.
But
They
Sergeant
know.
Ramsey, can people change though? As a 14-year-old, I'll be honest with you.
And
As
what it is, a lot of time, kids are crying out for help. It's a difference. But when you say and you talk to that kid and you look, you can see the goodness in that kid. He may be doing something because he's angry at the time. It's a difference. You can tell, you can separate the difference between a good kid and a bad kid. A lot of
no,
kids do things for attention.
no, Captain Singh also talked about public shaming theory. That is a form of punishment that involves dishonoring or disgracing a person, usually an offender or a prisoner, especially in a public space. It was regularly used as a form of judicially sanctioned punishment in previous centuries, and is still practiced by different means in the modern era. Public shaming is a way for communities to promote cooperation. What says you?
Public shaming. Public shaming is another thing that is widely used. Yes, it's going to be some cases that may fit, but generally speaking, it is not a good thing. More intervention is needed. We need psychological help, counseling. Because if you look at most of those people who committing these crimes and stuff, they never had someone to go to. I can tell you as a grown man, many grown men see me in the jail and they told me they never really trusted officers. They never believe in them. But the way that you speak to me and doesn't shame me and pull me to the side, knowing that I did all the things to be punished in the open, you pulled me to the side and spoke to me as a man. That did more good for them. You see, we have to take the time to invest in others. And we don't want to bury a person because they made a mistake, made bad judgment at times. So we need counseling. A lot of us need counseling because they talk about PTSD only for military personnel. No, in the community where all these things are going on, a lot of people need counseling. Scared, they stay inside. Many people scared to go outside. Not that they're scared they get shot. They're scared to see others get hurt too.
Yeah, with that in mind, right? He also said he worked in the army. That's we call him Captain Senior. He said, "Let others see prisoners working outside in orange jumpsuits, digging digging up or digging under the pavement. Because
Sure,
yeah, if they
that's
see
different. Yeah, that's good. They can see
you
the
believe in
sweat,
that.
sweat equity. That's what it go. Go out and see how these people, the kind of work that they have to do when they commit these infractions. You know, these are things in the officers, and sometimes those who you can see that's heading down to that so-called rabbit hole. Give them assignments to work around the jail, to go these so-called dirty jobs. Give them some of them, and if they ask, say, this is a letter of reform for you. I'm giving you a chance to correct your wrongs. See where you're heading. Take the lead. Put them in charge of these units. Take them off from the streets as a detective where you can shake people down. Put them down at the jail. Let them transport a few of the inmates.
Yeah,
Let
and
them go
last
inside and clean up.
okay. And lastly, he says criminal justice. We need to accept a percentage of criminals as lost human beings. You agree with that?
As lost human beings,
Yeah.
a lot of them like to think that way because they paycheck a little bigger than mine.
Okay. Well, you don't sound like you believe in that.
No, there is never a lost human being.
Okay.
There's never. Because a lot of time, look, like I say, I met many men, grown men who have spent half their life in jail, 30, 40 years. And by meeting me and speaking to me, they changed their life around. I've seen many. I'm talking about hundreds through my years. I see them now very productive in the community, in their family. I know some people spent 30, 40 years. I met them in the 50s, and now they're changed. And no one ever took their time. You can't give up on human beings. Can't give up on them. Can't give up on them.
Well,
Not working in this capacity. As officers, you can't give up on them. You have
okay.
to do your job and hope the system, do theirs.
Captain Ramsey, Sergeant Ramsey, it's always a pleasure when you join us here in the village because you gave out some valuable information through many. And maybe we have to go on a campaign for you to be a consultant in Trinidad, as far as crime is concerned, because Trinidad needs a lot of help. Trinidad and Tobago needs a lot of help. I think that if you was from a different state, and maybe if your hue was a little different, that
The thing is that those young men and women need love. No one is showing them any love. So they have to find it in each other in the streets. That's what's happening. They seek comfort in each other. Once we start realizing that and doing something about that, showing them that they care about, it's so many programs. A lot of these young men, what I found out in jail, about 80% of those guys in jail are illiterate. They couldn't write a decent letter. So I spent a lot of times reading guys' cases, showing them, helping them rebuttal. And I got a lot of them out of jail because what was being said about them wasn't true. So if you take the time and ask these young men, and then in speaking to them, you will see that most of them read on the second, third grade level. So they don't feel like there's a place for them in society. We have to have training programs. Even for those who have traveled abroad and coming back home, you think that they had an opportunity to go to school and do all the right things. A lot of time, their parents, a single mom is here working 2 jobs, never home. These kids are fending for themselves. And if they don't have the mind to succeed for themselves, where mom is not being home and there's no dad around and there's no so-called role models in the community, they end up being on the streets. I see it all the time. And I stop to talk to a lot of these young men. I give them a way out. I got a lot of them jobs. I train a lot of them, kept them active. I vouched for them to get jobs. Many of them told me I can't fill out paperwork, man, for a job. Would you help me fill it out? Countless.
Yeah. So, Sergeant Ramsey, we want to say to you, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us. It's always a pleasure when you join us here in the village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Washington, WZY 95.9 FM. Any closing words before you go?
Yes, tell everyone, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Change coming in the morning. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So there you have it, Tommy.
Yeah. Hey, it's a wealth of knowledge he has. And he has more knowledge on medicine. As he said, he was a medic in the service. He's also involved in alternative. I don't know if you call it alternative, but
well, so alternative medicine.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they need this kind of calming presence, you know.
Yeah, I think he needs to talk with the commissioner of police in Trinidad. Spend a little time with her or something.
You know, the sad thing to me is that people like that, when them reach out to the authority, the people that in power, many times they don't take them serious.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know, because with the runaway crime problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago, they should try all things. Captain Singh said we should pray.
That's what Ola was saying.
We pray.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We
While
go get past. We
while
go get past. We'll go to pray for them.
While we pray, the criminals were gonna make us pray. PREY.
Yeah. Yep. Why we pray, they make us pray. Yeah. Anyway, Tommy, I think it was another fantastic show. We want to thank all of you for joining us. We already gave our closing quote at the top of the last hour. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go out with Johnny King appreciation. Folks, good night. See you tomorrow. Same WZY time, same WZY channel. We outside. Johnny King appreciation. Bye-bye.
All man strive to be happy. Relentless search for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant knock within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring, fight to be like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. because important. If we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Wages never solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around, production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation based on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Our deep